lot of boxing, a lot of sparring, all the physical straining, running, lifting weights. That's beautiful. But you need to practice on what you have to do, and you have to box. So you should do as much boxing as possible leading up to the fight.
Who am I? You know, who am I to the people? You know, I have a kid now, like I said before. Honestly, it's just that fatherhood time. You know, I haven't yet spent much more time with my son as I would want to. And he'll understand that as he gets older. If I can see, like, how can I change and how can I give my son more knowledge rather than luxury things, then I'm going to do that. You know, and the take back is really just about inspiring others like we always do, and grabbing everything, becoming a two-time undisputed world champion, breaking history and making more records, doing things that people have yet to see. And I'm just grateful to even be here, honestly.
You're hitting the bag, right? I see you hitting them when you walk. I want you to do like this. Boom, 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 boom. They keep for boom, 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 boom. How long you can do that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And combination, boom, like punch, boom, 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 boom.
And of course, hard work pays off. So this is where it shows. And yeah, man, I think that's the hardest part, though, is taking it all in. I think that's the hardest part, taking it all in. Because I want more. I'm not happy. I'm not satisfied yet. I need more.
What else more you want? What is more boxing can give you?
I need to put my foot in their neck, Mike.
Oh, you want to hurt people? I
want to hurt them.
That's a good one.
You know why? You know what I love about you, Mike? Is that right there. You always wanted your foot on their neck. Yeah. And I love that because it's the best feeling, man.
That's what the believe it or not, that's what the people want.
Yeah.
Have you ever felt that moment when boxing stops looking like a fight and starts looking like a chessboard? Every move calculated, every step intentional, not just to win the bout, but to control the story around it. That's the energy in the air right now. The viral clip captured more than just training footage. It showed Mike Tyson stepping into Teofimo Lopez's camp, running drills, setting the rhythm, and giving Lopez a sharp reminder of those old-school peekaboo fundamentals that once ruled the sport.
I just say to God, I need your help here. Because I'm about to do something that you know I'm not built to do, and that's quit.
When you watch the footage, you instantly know what's happening. Iron Mike is in his element, sharpening reflexes, drilling slips and counters, moving with that unmistakable presence of someone who's lived at the very top. This isn't a cameo. These clips have spread everywhere for a reason. They show Tyson injecting hard-earned experience directly into Teofimo Lopez's preparation. Then the tape flips, and that's where it gets interesting. After those sessions, Tyson turned his attention to Shakur Stevenson. And in classic Mike fashion, his words weren't soft. They sounded like praise wrapped in a warning. He acknowledged Stevenson's polish, composure, and elite ring IQ, but he was just as clear about what it takes to survive a fighter like Teofimo at this level. That mix, respect followed by a reality check, is why Tyson's comments hit so hard online. They don't whisper, they slap. And if you're Shakur Stevenson, hearing Mike Tyson say, "I respect you, but don't get too comfortable," is exactly the kind of pressure that snaps you fully awake. Let's be honest. What does it really mean when Mike Tyson, the man who redefined power and intimidation in boxing, takes time to work with a young fighter like Teofimo Lopez? First, it reshapes the narrative. This isn't just hard training anymore. It's Lopez absorbing old-school craft that's been forged and proven in real battles. Second, it introduces uncertainty. Tyson's peekaboo style is built on tight defense, vicious counters, and ruthless timing. That's a nightmare matchup for any fighter who depends on single-shot power and explosive bursts. One thing is clear. The Lopez who walked out of those sessions isn't the same Lopez who walked in.s. Where does Shakur Stevenson fit into all of this? If you love storylines, the triangle is irresistible. Stevenson, the slick defensive technician. Lopez, the confident, explosive puncher. And Tyson, The wild card Minter quietly sharpening Lopez's weapons behind the scenes. Tyson's words, balance between praise and warning, serve two purposes. They confirm Stevenson's elite skill, while hinting that Lopez may approach this fight in a way few are expecting. And that matters, because in fights of this magnitude, momentum often begins long before the opening bell, shaped by what the fighters believe about each other before single punches throw.
Recognize this energy.
Energy is beautiful, but we need something to match it. We need some.
Can't nobody
I
match
know.
this energy, Mike. Come on.
I know, but you're looking at it, and this used to be a space that you lived in.
There's no doubt about it. That's why I'm getting excited with the other opponent.
Mike's just an instigator at this point. He just wants to instigate it. I love it.
Yeah, but I think the biggest thing about it though is that guys like yourself, legends, I call it, is you guys paved the way. And I appreciate the sport so much, but there was one thing that you had once said, it's like, the way I love the sport, it could hurt you though, because it could break your heart many times.
Oh, many times.
And that's what it's been doing.
Man.
I love it, I love the sport, but my biggest thing now, my goal is not about, yes, the financial funds and all that, absolutely. Get paid, we risk our lives. But the whole thing is about making the fights.
Let's get specific. This is where it really matters. The nuts and bolts of how Tyson's involvement could shape the matchup. Shakur Stevenson's greatest weapons are clear: elite distance control, constant head movement, and an almost surgical ability to turn defense into offense. In the ring, Shakur operates like a master watchmaker. Every move is a micro-adjustment, tiny shifts in timing, precise angles, and ruthless exploitation of open space. He doesn't waste motion. He creates mistakes, then punishes them before you even realize they've been made. Lopez, by contrast, is a wrecking ball with a blueprint, explosive, fearless, and capable of flipping around with one perfectly timed sequence. Tyson's peekaboo isn't about looking pretty in the ring. It's about turning chaos into efficiency that a compact guard. Educated bobbing, counterweighted timing. If Lopez absorbs even a fraction of that system, he gains the ability to close distance while cutting down risk. And that's a serious problem for anyone who wants to keep the fight clean, controlled, and comfortable.
The further you pull your hand back, the harder you punch, but it's not. Punching comes with relaxation, real good pinpoint accuracy punching. You can hit a guy with pop and boom.
Now let's get tactical. Picture Shakur Stevenson's ideal game plan. Control the range, snap the jab, cut sharp angles, and frustrate Lopez until the mistakes come from impatience. That strategy assumes Lopez will overreach, walking into traps created by pressure and ego. But now imagine a different version of Lopez. Tighter head movement, shorter, compact counters fired without warning. Suddenly, Stevenson doesn't get all the space he's used to. Tyson's coaching isn't a magic spell. No one's saying Lopez turns into Sugar Ray overnight. But if it trims even a portion of Stevenson's free real estate, it changes the fight. It could force Shakur to open up more than he wants, or drag him into exchanges he'd rather avoid. That's why Tyson's cautionary words matter. They aren't bravado. They're a reminder that the chess match is still unfolding, and the board is far from settled. Boxing glove chess pawn.
Yes, sir. Last three.
Now let's get tactical. Picture Shakur Stevenson's ideal game plan. Control the range, snap the jab, cut sharp angles, and frustrate Lopez until the mistakes come from impatience. That strategy assumes Lopez will overreach, walking into traps created by pressure and ego. But now imagine a different version of Lopez. Tighter head movement, shorter, compact counters fired without warning. Suddenly, Stevenson doesn't get all the space he's used to. Tyson's coaching isn't a magic spell. No one's saying Lopez turns into Sugar Ray overnight. But if it trims even a portion of Stevenson's free real estate, it changes the fight. It could force Shakur to open up more than he wants, or drag him into exchanges he'd rather avoid. That's why Tyson's cautionary words matter. They aren't bravado. They're a reminder that the chess match is still unfolding, and the board is far from settled. Boxing glove chess pawn.
Before, he knows the in and out about fighting, and it's just that we had to transfer that because he's using his legs and elbows and everything, and grabbing. So we kind of, I don't know, did a new foundation and made him more elusive. You know, made him more elusive. He throws his punches with just bad intentions. And I used to believe
For real, this ain't just noise. Here's where fans and analysts start getting playful. Is Tyson's involvement pure strategy, or part of the Lopez camp's psychological theater? Maybe a little of both. Boxing is as much about the mind as it is about the fist. A viral clip of Tyson leaning over Lopez, whispering technical secrets. That's theater, and it forces Stevenson and his team to react, publicly, privately, or both. Do they drop sparring leaks? Do they highlight Stevenson's defensive genius in interviews? Every response becomes another round in the social war. Yes, we've seen new training footage from Shakur's camp, but don't get twisted. None of this erases his strengths. His film is stacked with elite-level movement, timing, and composure under pressure. He's outboxed top-level opponents and has a team that knows how to build a plan around his skill set. Tyson's words. A siren, not a prophecy. A caution, not a verdict. Telling Stevenson to respect the threat is no different than a coach reminding a fighter to stay sharp. And champions, they don't flinch. They turn warnings into discipline. That's exactly what Shakur seems to be doing.
You can't go out there toe-to-toe slugging. You got to cut him off, chase him.
Cut the ring off.
Yeah.
I think he's got good footwork.
He has good speed, too.
He's got great speed. He's got great power.
Okay, let's get spicy for a second. Predicting the fight is fun, but the real story is the human drama. A legendary figure mentoring a rising contender while publicly sizing up a stylistic wizard like Stevenson. This is old-school boxing theater. Past meets present, ego meets craft, and the media circus fills in the rest. On fight night, all the speculation and social media noise will either matter or fade into the background. The bell is the ultimate judge, but the build-up? Tyson's coaching clips and cautionary words have already layered the story, adding tension, intrigue, and a little edge. Honestly, it's cooler that way. So, what should fans keep an eye on during the fight? First, watch Lopez. After those Tyson sessions, look for tighter defense, fewer reckless openings, and more compact entries. Second, pay attention to Stevenson's footwork. Does his choreographed movement hold up, or does Lopez find new ways to close the distance? Are the angles still in Stevenson's favor, or is Lopez forcing adjustments? Third, tune into the mental battle. How do each of them handle pressure? The opening exchanges could tell the story of the fight before a single knockout punch lands. And if Tyson's influence shows up early in Lopez's game, that's the headline the press will be rewriting for days.
gonna beat your head. Put that in there.
Loosen up a little bit. Shadow boxing, get some sparring. Maybe about 8 to 10 rounds. And
everybody talking about Tio gonna win. Y'all all know that he gonna win, bro. Y'all, Shakur actually fight accurate people, like not bums. Like he fought Oscar Valdez. Tate pulled out the fight because he's scared. Ryan Garcia is scared. Like they all scared. Even Devin Haney. Shakur gonna stop him. This easy. That's so easy. Y'all already know the question. Shakur on top.
I don't know. It ain't like I said. Your boxing get better by the hour, okay? Soon, you'll be undefeated.
Niggas will all be just sitting back. Like, you saw him waiting though, right?
Before we wrap up, here's a reality check. Clips don't win fights. Reputation doesn't win fights. Preparation does. Tyson's presence? It's a powerful storyline, rich and dramatic, but it isn't destiny. What truly matters is whether Lopez absorbed those lessons, whether Stevenson's team adapts, and whether fight night execution matches the plan. That's the real drama of boxing. All the talk, the clips, the social media hype, they're just background noise. The story only comes alive when the bell rings and the fighters tell it themselves.
Hand in hand. It flows like water, as Bruce Lee says. And let me tell you, Tyson Fury said it doesn't matter if he has Muhammad Ali, Bruce Lee, and Mike Tyson training him. The fact of the matter is, all of those three combined are a novelty of the cuss style, of a boxing style that Mike knows like the back of his hand.